Hi, my name is Bob and I am here today on my friend Farmer John's farm. Now you can see behind me I'm joined by some sheep. Like, I love sheep and the Bible talks quite a bit about sheep. And I'd love to tell you one of the stories in the Bible. It's one of my favourites and it's called the parable of the lost sheep. And basically parable just means a story with a meaning. You know, sometimes people tell stories and you're like, oh, thank you very much. But this one has a point. And Jesus told it to present a point to his friends. So this is the parable of the lost sheep. Now, one day, the shepherd who looked after the sheep was out in his field. He was looking out across his sheep. He was counting them, making sure that he had all of his sheep. His job was to keep them safe, to love them, to protect them, and make sure that he didn't lose any. But on this particular day, as he started to count, 1, 2, 3, 4, he got to 99 and he stopped. Where was his 100th sheep? He'd got 99, they were there feeding, they were enjoying themselves, but one had wandered off. Now, this shepherd loved the sheep so much that he decided, I can't just leave him to wander. I can't let him disappear. That one sheep is just as important as the 99. So he called his friend, he left the sheep with them, and he went looking. He looked over the mountains and down in the valleys. He looked by the rivers and by the streams. He might have even gone knocking door to door like, have you seen my sheep? Fluffy, where are you? I don't know if he was called Fluffy, it doesn't say. But he looked everywhere. He went out of his way. He spent that time until finally he could see it. He finally saw Fluffy once more. His heart was filled with joy. There is my sheep again. The one that was lost. The one that had wandered off on their own. I found them. And I'm not going to do it, but I imagine that shepherd would have grabbed the sheep, put it over his shoulders, because that's often how they'll carry them. It's one of the easier ways, and would have trundled all the way back to the field where the other 99 were. Now, this is a great story because for us as Christians, it shows us that God loves each and every one of us, that we, like sheep, can sometimes wander off and do our own thing. We might think we know a bit better than God might. And so we poddle off. But it says that God loves the world so much that actually he came to find us. He came to be with us in Jesus. He loved that one sheep that wandered off. So he did everything he could to go, find it, protect it, and bring it back once more. And you know what? In the Bible, it's a great book if you've never read it. In Psalm 139, it talks about how much God thinks we're incredible. It says this in verse 1. You've searched me, Lord, and you know me. You know when I sit and when I rise. You know my thoughts from afar, and you know my going out and my lying down. You're familiar with everything I do. Before a word's on my tongue, you, Lord, know it completely. You protect me from behind and before, and you place your hand upon me. What wonderful knowledge that is. It's too wonderful for me to fully understand. Now, I believe that I was once like one of those sheep, and that we all have those moments where we wander off and we do our own thing. But God knows all about us. He loves us, he believes in us, and he wants to bring us back together. So I wonder what that might mean for you. Do you feel like you've wandered off and done your own thing, but you need something to keep you safe, to protect you? Maybe you're looking for an extra bit of love today. Well, we as Christians believe that God offers that love to each and every one of us. Whether we stay with the 99 or whether we've wandered off, God loves us and wants to be friends with us.